Hi everyone, Obi Manope here. I hope you're having a fantastic 2022 so far. And it's that time we almost in the third month of the year, March is around the corner. And I just got to start thinking that, the last 2 years, it's been an interesting period for the eye care industry as a whole globally. While as much as a lot of practices have been doing exceptionally well, there's been a lot of other practices that have struggled to maintain those peak performance levels that they used to experience before in the past. And so I was just thinking of what are some of the things that we can start doing as optometric practices to start elevating our practices to that level of excellence, revenue growth, and transformation that they deserve to be at, so that we can continue to give exceptional customer experiences and services to our wonderful patients. And it just got me to think that we don't take advantage of our advantage. A lot of practices have all this amazing equipment within their premises, but we don't spend necessary time making sure that the minute the patient walks through the door, goes through the diagnostic procedures, goes into the examination room, chooses a pair of frames, contact lenses, or the necessary management solution that you recommend, that you prioritize creating an exceptional experience for that patient from the minute they walk into the premises until the time they leave. How do we do that? There are people that come into your optometry practice or ophthalmology practice for that matter as first-time visitors. Now, the first-time visitor could be a 20-year-old low-income earner, could be a 30-year-old high-income earner, could be a 50-year-old middle-income earner. The patient who comes into your practice for the very first time, who has never worn a pair of spectacles, has preconceived ideas that if I go to the optometry practice, they're going to give me a pair of glasses, whether I need them or not. And sometimes people have those preconceived ideas that puts them off going to the optometry practice. So for that person that comes to your practice for the very first time, we need to ensure that from the minute they're walking in, we need to show them that they made the right decision by coming into the practice. And we do that by educating the patient, probing them about the visual experience, their visual needs, visual demands, leisure and lifestyle activities, working environment, visual expectations, so that we know exactly where is it, what is it that they're currently experiencing in their vision now, versus where they can and should be experiencing the necessary vision that they deserve. You take it a step further, you look at the second-time visitor, that person that comes to your practice for the second time, or that person that has the second time testing their eyes. It might not necessarily have been from your particular practice, it could have been at another practice. How do we ensure that, firstly, we know and understand what this person experienced from their previous optometrist, that you know that, wait a minute, this person has an issue with this or that, and this is the best way we can go about ensuring that we exceed those expectations that they have, to make sure that the experience that they're having today is better than the experience that they had before. Or it could be someone that came to your practice before. You want to know that, wait a minute, this person, they came to the practice before, this is what they experienced, this is what we did, this is what they were satisfied about, this is what we could do better, so that when they come today, it's going to be different from what they experienced the last time. And then that person that has been coming to your practice year after year for all their visual needs, never become complacent. Never get to a point where you think this person has already been educated, this person has already gone through the process of what it is that you guys do in the practice. No. It's very important that you constantly find opportunities to take them to a whole nother level. Perhaps this person, when they came to your practice, their budget was so much, and the management solutions that you had for their visual needs could not be the ones that this person needed because they could not afford them. Years later, because their financial circumstances have changed, their visual demands and needs have increased or have changed, they're now in a better position to go with what you recommend. So you constantly have to make sure that you're elevating your service delivery, you're elevating the way you communicate with patients, you elevating how they experience their time in your practice. So don't just box your patients in them just being patients. Think of them as individuals that fall into different categories. Those ones who come for the very first time could be grouped under the term patient, where they're going to have their first visual experience, eye examination, and so forth. Then the next group would be your customers, those ones who are just perhaps coming for the second or third time, but they have not been necessarily converted to the third type, which is your clients. Those ones that have been with you for years, depending on you for all the visual requirements. And so categorize the different individuals so that you know that the journey that people are going to go with you or through the practice with you is customized to the category in which they are falling into. And then that is one way in which you can start improving the type of service that you give to people. And when you improve the type of service that you're giving to the different types of individuals, you elevate, enhance, and take the visual experience, the practice experience that people are going to experience to a whole other dimension. And I think it's something that's very, very vital in 2022 as we take our practices to a whole nother level. Most importantly, remember that whatever that you do in the practice, you cannot do it without your team as the optometrist or business leader. Always get the buy-in of your team so that everyone in the team operates on the same page. If someone is strong in sales but another person is not as strong, but they are strong in product knowledge, whereas the other one is not strong in product knowledge, have those weekly meetings, week after week, 30 to 1 hour minimum, where you're constantly looking at ways, strategies in which you can improve the type of service that you are rendering, so that operational efficiency, sales knowledge, leadership, the capacity of the practice is elevated. Because when you elevate that, you also put yourself in a situation or in a place where every patient that walks into these doors is going to experience something that they have never experienced before. And remember, a satisfied patient becomes a practice advocate, and no greater marketing strategy than word of mouth. And that's what's going to enable you to grow your practice in 2022. Look forward to more videos like this. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And all the best as you continue looking for ways in which you can maintain peak performance levels in your business. Oh, last thing, one thing that you can quickly start doing right now, take out your notebook and actually do 4 columns. What areas in my business can I raise? Meaning that what areas in my business can I do more of? What areas in my business should I reduce? What areas in my business do I need to completely eliminate? And what new areas in my business do I need to start creating? And that's how you start getting a better picture or a clearer picture in terms of how you can maintain peak performance levels in your optometric practice. Thank you for tuning in. Stay blessed, stay awesome, and remember, I appreciate you and thank you for connecting with me, because every single connection matters to us. Take care, everyone.